Hi guys. Welcome back to the vlog. Um, I decided I should post today for my first post-operative video here. Tell you guys how it went and all of that. So I'm home now. Got home yesterday afternoon and have been home the whole time. Doing pretty well. So a little bit about the procedure. So when you go in to the hospital, they go through everything. The intake process takes a while. So we didn't have to get in there till 10:30, but we got in a little early. Um, the surgeon actually came down and talked to us beforehand in between other surgeries. They had 6 bariatric patients that day that they did. And we were, I think, the 5th one, or I was. So we didn't get back in there till like 12:45. My mom and husband were there the whole time till they took me back. And I don't remember anything of even getting wheeled into the OR. I just remember the intake area after I said goodbye to Seth and my mom. So woke up, was on morphine for that afternoon. I think I remember about 8 o'clock that night. That's when my memory kind of kicks back in, and I remember my mom leaving, and visiting hours were over, but Seth luckily was able to stay. So as soon as I could, I was up and walking the halls. They have it set up so you can do, a big lap or a half lap, and did pretty well with that. They have you measuring little sips, little cups this big, like measuring teaspoon cups of liquid. You cross them off as you drink them. It's about an ounce every 15 minutes that they want. So I was doing that, doing pretty good. I made the decision, I don't like pain meds. Pain meds make me sick. They make me nauseous. So luckily, meeting with the anesthesiologist, they gave me a patch back here that's still there. I can leave it on until Thursday, and I'm going to do that just as a precaution. Basically because the idea of getting sick right now, I could not imagine the pain of that. So they also gave me some other anti-nausea meds and some pills to take home. So I just took one of those. But I decided to just stick with the Tylenol after the morphine ended. It was rough for sure, just the pain of the incisions and the gas pain. I had a lot of trapped gas up in my shoulder, so I had to walk around and get as much of that moving as I could, and that helped a lot. And the Tylenol, I was just doing regular 4 to 6 hours, and that worked pretty well. I'm still, they gave me a prescription for the pain meds, and I have it with me just in case, but I've been doing pretty good with just the Tylenol itself. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but if it's dealing with pain, I can handle. Dealing with throwing up after you're having your stomach cut in half, that seems worse to me, so just gonna go that way. Last night was a little bit rough sleeping. I didn't really sleep well on our bed at all. It was hard to get in and out of with the incisions. You don't want to pull too much, or I can't really describe it any other way than that. But throughout the day today, it's gotten better. The worst part being home is just that I don't have as big of a route to do a lap with. I'll go the perimeter of the house, of our yard and stuff, but it's buggy and hot out, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. So I've basically been pacing around my living room while binge watching Mad Men. So that's the deal there. Everybody's been so super supportive. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my cousin-in-laws came to the hospital and were sitting with Seth and my mom while they were waiting for me. I didn't even get to see them, but that was really, really sweet. So I've gotten so many calls and emails and texts and floral arrangements and all sorts of stuff. So I really appreciate that, guys. It's been really nice to come home too. So that's pretty much how I'm doing now. I'm off the rest of this week, hoping to just, keep moving. Today I can have protein shakes and like strained soups. So Seth is going to pick up the autumn harvest soup from Panera for me. And I do have to say, he has been a freaking rock star. Really has been. He's done everything from unplugging my compression boots every time I had to get up and walk and go pee or something, you know, to walking my IV pole for me, and he's been really awesome. So thanks, honey. But so he's gonna get me some soup, and I'll strain that and try and drink some of that tonight and see how we do. So far, just have been on ice pops, sugar-free ice pops, water, and like decaf sugar-free tea. I had a protein shake last night. I drank half of it, and I had one this morning. It took a few hours to get the 8 ounces down, but basically if you drink too much liquid at once, you feel like a pressure here, almost like you have to burp really bad, but you really don't. It's just the liquid being there. So I'll have a few more days of just the liquids to kind of get used to that a little more. I've got my handy dandy water bottle here. This is a 32 ouncer, so I'm trying to get through. I got through one today. Well, basically 1.5, I guess. Just trying to make sure I don't get dehydrated. That's one of the worst problems you can have post-op, because you don't really feel like drinking or eating much. And you have these like pains too, so you don't know if it's hunger pains or it's kind of hard to tell. I'm also a little bit sore because when the surgeons went in there, they saw my hiatal hernia. Basically, after I had my son, part of my stomach went up into my esophagus a little bit, and I've been taking medication for it for 13 years now. But yeah, the surgeon actually fixed it for me on Monday when they did the other surgery. So that actually doubled the surgery time, apparently. So he said it was pretty sizable. So I'm like really relieved to have that, you know, 2-for-1 deal right there. Get that taken care of. And it hurts to breathe a little bit. You know, you have abdominal surgery. Anybody that's ever had abdominal surgery knows you have to really take a deep breath. You have to breathe into the incentive spirometer thing every few minutes. And so I've been working on that. So I'll still be on the liquids for a little while, and then starting next Monday, I can start with like pureed food, like baby food, and yogurt, like sugar-free puddings. I'm gonna get mashed potatoes, and I put that chicken soup protein in it. It's pretty much it. And that actually lasts for 6 to 8 weeks, so we'll see how I do next week with that starting. So the incisions aren't too bad. Apparently they're healing up pretty nicely. I have 6 of them, and they don't stitch them, they glue them. So that's a little strange. Your stomach, they stitch underneath and then they just glue the surface together. So I'm like hoping I don't do something to rip the glue off. Sounds horrible. But yeah, so that's that. Trying to think if that's basically it. You know, that's the grand scheme of things right now. Taking it slow, walking around, trying to drink a lot of fluids, and I started taking all my vitamins today. So that's like a part-time job in the beginning, trying to figure out when to take these vitamins, and because you're not eating the normal amount of food, so you are going to be you know, vitamin deficient if you don't properly supplement. So I started those today. We'll see how I do with those. So all right, guys, well, thanks so much for keeping up to date with what's going on here. And again, please feel free to share this video with anybody that you know is looking to do bariatric surgery. I will continue to update, so you know they're not alone, and if you're considering it, you're not alone. There's a big network of us, and we just want everybody to be happy and healthy. So all right, guys, again, thanks so much for the support. You're the best. Talk to you soon.